Having a drone doesn't make you a pilot, but it gives you that sense of excitement in making an aircraft do crazy things in the air. So here are the top 5 drones that you can buy today from the market. At number 5, the Simha X5C Explorer. This one looks more like an X with propellers fitted at all corners. Don't get me wrong, it is a good looking drone. This one has a fairly long feature list and it doesn't cost much. It can perform 360-degree rolls with the press of a button and is stable thanks to a 6-axis gyro. There is a blade protector in the machine which helps make it that much more durable. Even if you manage to break things, Simha has a detailed manual and all the spare parts. As the feature list goes, it has a 720p camera that can also take pictures. For a premium, you can also get a Wi-Fi equipped camera that converts this into more like a first-person shooter game. Obviously, you can't shoot. If you feel so, you can stream the drone footage live to your phone. There is no stabilization in place, however, so the footage can get quite shaky. The battery is good for a 7-minute flight, which is not very good when you consider it takes around 90 minutes to get fully charged. The controller uses 2.4 GHz wireless, but the range is an issue as it can only go as far as 50 meters, and streaming distance is less than that. At number 4 is the unique Breeze 4K. You can put the Breeze in the air and have it perform a handful of automated camera moves to grab photos and video clips of you, your friends, and your family. Then you just download them to your phone, edit, and share, all with a few taps from within the drone's app. You can also fly it around manually with on-screen controls if you want to get specific aerial shots, but the range is limited to a maximum height of 80 meters, 262.5 feet, and a maximum distance of 100 meters, 328.1 feet. Flight time is around 12 minutes, so you won't want to fly it too far away from you anyways. The mobile app is split into 2 sections, Tasks and Gallery. Tap on Tasks and you're given 5 options to choose from: Pilot, Selfie, Orbit, Journey, and Follow Me. Pilot has the manual controls for flying around the way any other drone would with a regular controller. However, the Breeze is designed to have the camera pointed at you and not away from you like other camera drones, so the controls are reversed. Other than some vibration dampeners in the body, there is nothing to stabilize the video at its highest resolution of 2160p at 30 frames per second, so the slightest wind or drone movements causes shake and jerkiness in videos. Drop down to 1080p at 30 frames per second or 720p at 60 frames per second though, and you get digital image stabilization that works pretty well. It won't take out all the movement, but even in high winds, the video looked fairly stable. That's what the Breeze is all about, getting a great aerial shot of you and your friends to share online so that people can view it on their phones or tablets. The Parrot Bebop Drone 2 is our number 3 pick on the list. Parrot's Bebop 2 is one of the least intimidating camera drones you'll find, even less so than most toy drones since it takes off and lands on its own and has no trouble hovering in place indoors or outside. The quadcopter is small enough to slide into an average backpack, and at just over a pound, it's easy to travel with. Aside from the propellers, there are no moving parts, which helps its chances of surviving a crash. The ABS body is reinforced with glass fiber to toughen it up even more. For the best range and physical controls, you can spend a couple $100 more for Parrot's huge and awkward Sky controller. It has full controls for the drone and an amplified Wi-Fi radio on top, allowing you to fly up to 1.2 miles, assuming conditions are absolutely perfect. The Free Flight mobile app is installed on it though, so you don't need to pair it with a mobile device to fly. It also has a full-size HDMI output on the side that lets you connect an external display to see what the camera sees, and also supports headsets for completely immersing you for first-person flight view. It features a 14 megapixel sensor with a wide-angle lens that covers a 180-degree field of view for capturing cool video from the sky, or for sharing online or viewing at small sizes on a phone or tablet. You'll probably be pretty happy with what you get from the Bebop 2. The Bebop 2 uses 3-axis digital stabilization for smooth video results and eliminating shake. Everything gets stored to 8 gigabytes of internal flash storage, and there's no micro SD card slot for expansion. With its strong feature set and relatively low price, the drone from Bebop is an excellent drone for beginners and intermediates alike. At number 2 on our list is the DJI Phantom 4. It's the overall experience of using DJI's Phantom 4 that puts it above the rest. DJI makes doing these things painless and uncomplicated. This, along with the Phantom 4's new obstacle sensing system and streamlined design, are why it's quickly been tagged as being great for beginners. The stout quadcopter has a set of optical sensors in front, eyes that will help it navigate around or over obstacles within 0.7 to 15 meters, so between 2.3 and 49 feet of it. Or it will simply stop and hover until you pilot it away. It also enables a couple of new flight modes. You'll be able to fly at speeds up to 45 miles per hour, 72 kilometers per hour, using the Phantom 4's Sport mode. DJI's Go Mobile app for iOS and Android devices is used not only for getting a view from the drone's camera, but adjusting settings and seeing all your important flight data and battery status. The other noteworthy feature is the DJI's intelligent flight modes. These include the ability to have the drone follow you using a GPS signal from the controller and perform movements like orbiting around you or another point of interest and arranging a set of waypoints on a map for it to follow. It also has Active Track, which uses the OSS to follow a subject. You just draw a box on screen around what you want to track, tap the Go button, and the drone starts following, keeping the camera centered on whoever or whatever you selected. Barring that it is an older model and lacks some advanced features, this drone still remains a strong contender. And our number 1 choice today for a drone is the DJI Mavic Pro. The DJI Mavic Pro is the only one to combine high performance, lots of automated flight modes, and obstacle avoidance in an ultra-compact body. The smaller size of both the drone and its controller and decidedly un-Phantom looks makes it more approachable and less obtrusive. Its new OcuSync encrypted transmission system gives you control up to 4.3 miles or 7 kilometers away and streams video at 1080p. It was able to keep the camera stable and fly steady in 10 to 15 mile per hour winds and still gets between 22 and 25 minutes of flight time before it landed itself. It does warn you when the winds are too strong for its motors as well. Like the drone itself, the controller is very small, but still has a monochrome screen for important flight data and physical camera controls. Want to see what you're shooting? You can connect a phone and mount it just below the control sticks. For the camera, DJI stripped away what it could of the body and the lens is smaller, a field of view of 78.8 degrees, and has a 1 by 2.3 inch size sensor. The camera can record 4K resolution video at 30 frames per second, or 1080p at up to 96 frames per second, and 12 megapixel photos in JPEG or Adobe RAW. It has both manual and autofocus modes, and the camera can rotate up to 90 degrees. Active Track, DJI's name for its subject tracking mode, can be used for people, animals, and vehicles and will now allow the drone to follow them behind, in front, or alongside a subject as well as circle one. Selfie fans will appreciate the new gesture mode, which lets you use hand motions to get the camera to focus on you and snap a photo. All in all, this is the drone to beat in the year 2017. So these are the best drones to buy from the market in 2017. The models described here have feature sets that will cater to almost anyone and cover a wide range of price points.